core build workout. So for this workout, it's very similar setup to the other outside of the cardio, the other workouts. You have your 9 exercises, 2 minutes on the clock. You know the drill every 30 seconds. Here's the thing though, with core exercises, there's only so much you can do as far as progressing. So some of them are gonna be like series where I'm gonna talk you through what you're gonna do every 30 seconds for that one move, okay? That's kind of the way that we're gonna progress through those moves. But for this workout, dumbbells are kind of plus or minus. It really depends on what you're able to do and what you feel comfortable with when it comes to progressing. So some of the moves, you might be able to go ahead and use a light dumbbell. Some of them you might want to start off without it, build your way up. But remember, it is not about going all out with the equipment right now. Your main goal is to build. It is to find that sweet spot, start off working just on that form, just on the foundation. Once you feel like you have that, build up to the next thing. Keep working on that form and foundation. Keep building up until you're like, my form is going, or that is my limit, I can't do anymore. That's your sweet spot, okay? But without further ado, let's go ahead and dive right on in to today's workout. We're gonna go ahead and get started. We're gonna do some TVA work as your first move. So you're gonna do 360 inhale, exhale, bring everything in. Ready? Let's go. Big 360 inhale. Bring it all in. Now, as you're doing this, I want you to think total expansion. So abdomen, ribs, and back. Your back should expand down into the ground. On the exhale, you're lifting your pelvic floor, engaging that low, mid, upper TVAs, and zip that rectus abdominis up, and continue the pattern. We're gonna go to an ISO thigh press, 2, 1, bring those legs up, point your toes towards you, hands on the top of your thighs, knees push into your hands push into your knees. Let's go. Press that low back into the ground for me. Now what I really need you to do is really battle it out here, okay? Your hands are pressing in and up into your thighs and your knees are pressing into your hands, okay? It's as if your knees are trying to get you in the nose and your hands are trying to stop it. We're gonna do the same pattern, but we're gonna go to the inside. 2, 1, let's go, right here. So now you're pushing your knees away from each other. You're pushing in and slightly up, just on the inside of your leg, okay? Now, while your core involves way more than just your abdominals. Today, we're focusing just on those abdominals, okay? Drop it down, rotate that pelvis, give me a good glute bridge right here. All right, so just know, overall, your core is more than just your abdominals, but we are working on that core canister today, all right? Now, if you do not know how to do bracing technique or proper TVA breath work before you go into any of this, go ahead, bring those legs back up for me. You're gonna do some fallouts. So down to the side, exhale and bring it on up. There is, at the very beginning of this program, in that little welcome section, there's a ton of bonus material. You'll see videos for proper breathing techniques, 360, TVA, bracing. Go practice that, okay? That's really important when it comes to your core, okay? Exhale every time you lift up, keep that low back down. We're gonna go to cat-cow in 3, 2, 1. Flip it over for me, right here. Go at your own pace. Really push away from the ground for me, okay? There we go. But like I said, core is more than just your abdominals. So please know that in future core workouts, you're gonna see other types of exercises in, not just abdominals, okay? 2, 1, relax. So like I said, you've already seen this setup before, okay? You've seen it. It's your 9 exercises. You're doing it for 2 minutes. And like I said, when it comes to core work, like specific the abdominals, there's really not much progression-wise that you can do. I mean, you can do weight and stuff for some things, but not everything. So move 1, overhead march, 1 dumbbell, okay? But I want you to start off light. If you have never done overhead marches before, start off without it. Or if you've done them and you're like, I don't feel anything with these, do it without the weight, okay? So for an overhead march, weight is straight up overhead, and all you're doing is marching up right here. Now, what I want you to make sure of, when you bring that foot up, your foot is flexed, meaning you're bringing your toes towards your shin, and you're landing right back underneath of you. You're not doing this, all right? You're landing underneath of you. 2, 1, get ready, let's go right here. Now, something else that I want you to make sure of, I want you to have a slight crunch here. So no arching back, rotate that pelvis, nice neutral position. Think about bringing your ribs ever so slightly down to the tops of your hips. Hold that position and exhale and engage. Really try and contract and bring that all together. You have 5 seconds until you go up and you try to progress. Okay, 2, 1, can you progress this? Can you go up and either add weight or go up in weight? Really engage that core, okay? Again, think about ribs down towards your hips, land underneath of you. Try not to rock that pelvis. Neutral alignment here, okay? You have 10 before you progress again. Now, if you really want another progression, you can put a band right around your feet. And as you lift, again, flexing your foot, that's gonna give a little bit of work in those quads, and your abs are gonna have to work out a little bit more. I'm gonna go up in weight. Now, I apologize in advance if I have to clear my throat or cough or anything. I'm getting over a little head cold, so I apologize. Keep that core engaged. You have 3 before your last progression. And I'm gonna go up again. Now, overhead march, a lot of people don't really see the benefit in it. It actually is really, really great for the core, okay? Especially in pregnancy and postpartum. It is an amazing move to do if you can get it right. Bring that rib down, bring those ribs down. You're almost done. Your next is a plank series. All right. We're gonna do mod to full, just holding the plank, and then some knee drives. Go ahead and relax. Awesome job. Okay, so no equipment's needed for this. This is one of those where I'm gonna talk you through it, okay? So we're starting with a modified plank first, okay? So let me talk about the base form for a plank real quick, okay? Your hands are underneath your shoulders. Your weight is in your hands, not back in your feet, okay? Gaze is just in front of your hands right here. No butts up, no hips down. Rotate that pelvis, core is nice and engaged here. To modify, you drop your knees. That's all you do. You can keep your feet down if you want, but notice how I'm keeping that alignment. I'm not sticking my butt up, all right? Those are your 2 positions. We have less than 15, and then we hop right on in to these planks. First, you're just holding this mod. All right, holding the mod, and then we're gonna go from mod to full. Mod to full. Ready? 2, 1, let's go. Mod right here. I want you to zip your thighs together. Squeeze your glutes. Rotate that pelvis. Think about trying to, again, bring ribs to your hips, okay? Really engage that core there. Breathe through this brace if you can. You're not looking back at your feet. We're at your knees, okay? I promise you, they are not running away from you, okay? Weights in your hands, none of this, and you're not here. Bring it to a neutral alignment. 2, 1, let's go. Up to that full, drop it back down to mod. Right here, notice the only thing moving for me are my knees and feet. That's it. I am not letting my pelvis roll. I'm not letting it get out. I'm not dropping my hips. None of that. Your next move from here, full plank, holding. Now, if you're like, oh wait, I can't do that full plank yet, just go back to mod. Go back to mod. 2, 1, let's go. But I challenge you to try, even if it's just for a few seconds. Remember that base position. Zip those thighs together for me. None of this. Rotate it down. Get it locked in there. Weights in your hands. None of this. And again, your gaze right in front. Now what you're gonna do after this one, you keep going. We're gonna do some knee drives. So you're gonna stay in this high plank, drive that knee up. Drive that knee up, all right? Modification, you're gonna do it 2, 1, knee drives for me. Here it is again, I'm gonna show you mod in just a second. Knee drives right here, okay? Now if you need to modify it, you're back down here in this mod position, drive the knee up. I want you to make sure every time you land, because in that mod position, it's gonna be so easy to let your glutes pop out. Try to realign if you need to, okay? Less than 10. Let's go, you got this. Keep working for me, challenge yourself. Are you there? Ready? And relax. Good job. We are moving on to number 3. This is a Russian twist. For a Russian twist, you are base position, a V-sit. Okay, anytime I say base position, I think I've talked about this, but in case I have not, base position is basically the base of that move, okay? It's the main part of the form, which you always go back to, okay? Right here, you're on your heels, okay? You have a bend at your knees, grab either behind or under, and go until your arms are extended fully. This is your V-sit. Now what I want you to make sure of is that you're not arching your low back. Neutral position, so kind of roll as if you're tucking your glutes in, okay? Right here, nice, good position. Twist right here. I want you to do this first, okay? Focus on this good form. Now, if you are a mama who has diastasis recti, 2, 1, go right into it right here. I'll tell you how to progress here in just a few, but if you are a mama who has diastasis recti issues, and this is flaring it up, what we did in the beginning for our warm-up, right here, these fallouts, really exhaling and using your TVAs to help bring that leg back up. That's what I want you to do. All right? If you need to, have your feet planted, okay? Now, what you're gonna do in 2, 1, can you add a weight? Can you add a weight? All right? Right here. Keep strong in your form here. All right, now if you are doing the fallouts, you can either A, hold the weight up overhead, or B, opposite arm falls out as well as the leg, okay? We're almost there. I'm gonna show you another way to advance this. And you're gonna drop the weight for it first, all right? 2, 1, drop the weight, lift it up for me. Can you do it right here? Can you do it right here? If you're like, no, okay, go back. If doing this with the weight is where you needed to be, stay with that weight or up that weight. But if you're able to, right here, and either without weight or with weight, okay? That is a little bit more challenging. Your core will work a little bit harder, okay? You're almost there. You're almost there. I'm gonna show you one final advancement. 2, 1. You're going to a full boat, okay? Full boat right here, right here, all right? Totally up to you if you can do it, all right? Don't overwork yourself. Find that sweet spot, stick with it. I want you to stick with that spot where you can go the whole time, and yes, it's challenging. You might be able to think you might get just a few more reps in. I don't want you to be doing something that's too advanced and you don't get to do it for the whole move, okay? You need to be able to do it for the majority. Go ahead and relax the majority of the move. That's how you're gonna progress, all right? Moving on, crunches. Now, I'm not necessarily the biggest fan of crunches, and I think it's mainly because people do it wrong. All right, first and foremost, when you're down here, I do not want you tucking your chin like this. All right, I want you to find a spot at an angle on the wall, okay, or on the ceiling. Right now, my gaze is going right up here. This puts your head in a neutral alignment. Rotate your pelvis, all right? Back is flat because I don't want the low back to try and take over for this move, okay? When it comes to a crunch, your hands do not yank your head forward, all right? They do not do that. They are here to support your neck, so mine rests at the very base of my head and they kind of cradle my neck to give it some support, or they are barely touching behind my ears. You're going to lift up and slow that descent down. Ready? Let's go. Exhale to engage, hold that brace. There you go. You are doing a small movement. A crunch is not a huge movement. It's not a full sit-up. You are really thinking about bringing your ribs down to your hips and engaging here. Now I want you to really If you can do the brace, do the brace. Lift your pelvic floor. Help it prepare for the load you're about to place on it, okay? Especially as moms, if you have any diastasis recti or pelvic floor issues and you have not worked on them, this is a move that is actually going to make it worse. So if you do have any of that, I want you right here. Okay, we're doing just this basic for a little bit longer, and then I'll show you how to modify for the last minute, or not modify, advance for the last minute. If you need to, for any diastasis recti, you're doing heel slides right here. Out, and bring it back in. Now, how you can advance this crunch, a couple different ways. Ready? You can either bring your legs up right here. You can put a ball underneath of you and give yourself a little fulcrum, so you give a little bit more depth, or you can hold a weight. You can hold a weight, all right? Be right here. Again, engage. Keep that low back in the ground. As you come up, I want slow descent down, and I want you to keep that engagement. 2, 1, advance somehow, some way if you're able to. If not, stay where you're at. All right, so if that's right here, you can also straight up, or you can also bring them out at an angle for that boat. It's totally okay. Pick what works for you. And relax. Awesome job. So that one, like I said, really just all about getting that crunch down. Proper form, but I'm not a huge fan of them, but they are good because, you know, we often do flex at our hips. It's an everyday functional movement, so it's important to do. Next, we're doing side planks. So you get kind of a break on this one. We're gonna do one side for 1 minute, or no, actually, JK, that's originally how I had it planned. We're gonna do one for the full 2 minutes, but you do have series with these. I originally, when I wrote up this workout, I had it where we were stopping halfway through and switching to the other side. Nope. I changed my mind on that one apparently when I wrote this all up. So I'm not giving you that break. So your elbows underneath your shoulders. You're gonna rotate your hips. I want them nice and stacked here, okay? Big inhale, exhale. You're gonna start modified, and you're just gonna hold. All right, you have less than 10. I'm gonna show you during that modified hold all the progressions you're gonna do. So right here, stack your knees, stack your hips, lift and hold. Now you can go up onto your hand if you want, totally up to you. The next thing we're gonna do are lifts, okay? I'm gonna give you the option from here. You can either A, extend out and go full, all right? Down and up, or you can modify. Stick it out here, go down and up, okay? You have 5 until we go to those lifts, okay? So think, what do you wanna do? Do you wanna modify it, or do you wanna go full, okay? And let's go. So modified is right here. You can also modify here if you need to. This is like the very basic modification for it. All right, then there's this. Then you stick it out and step it forward, and you really have to focus on getting those hips rotated for this one, all right? And then there's the full out right here. Next, what we're gonna do, you're just gonna hold it. Lovely, we got this too. Well, let's go. Try if you can to go full out. If not, drop to one of your mods. Now, if you have been doing this mod, see if you can't kick one leg out and do this mod, okay? Just try it, just try it. I need you to find your area. And if you want, if this is what feels better to you, go for it, okay? After this, you're gonna add a twist, all right? You're gonna add a twist. So again, from mod or not, we go in 3, 2, 1. You're gonna twist under and up, under and up. Woo! And if you need to, again, drop it right here, or go to your mod here. You're gonna lift up, under. Now there's not really much when you do the basic mod. There's not really that much range of motion, but just work with what you got, okay? You have 5 seconds left. I'm gonna have to get this down here for the next one because I'm like sliding in sweat. Now, don't think that you ever have to like be sweating during workouts, okay? It is not indicative. You're doing the other side, same stuff. I want you to start off mod, okay? Mod iso hold. If Then we go into that lift, then we go into the full if you can, iso hold, and then we go to those twists. You still have time. But don't ever think that if you don't sweat, you didn't have a good workout. That is totally not it. Sweating is equivalent to how hot your body gets, and it is trying to cool you down. That's it. I am in a garage that is burning hot in the dead of summer in Georgia. So obviously I'm gonna sweat just by doing a little bit of work, all right? So we're starting here in this mod. Remember, rotate to stack. All right, if you need to, place your hands here to kind of give you feedback of nope, stay here, okay? Stack your knees, you're gonna go up. That mod hold, 2, 1, let's go. I guess it doesn't really help either that I'm wearing like one of those oversized shirts, but y'all, I have started to love working out in oversized shirts. I don't know what it is. I don't know. I'm loving it. It's a little phase I'm in. I'm pretty sure once I get tired of how hot I get in them, I will be over it, but I'm in it right now. We have 6, and then we're gonna go to those lifts. So again, pick what you wanna do. Do you wanna do it from mod? Do you wanna do it from the second mod? Go ahead and go, which I mean by this, the third mod, or full. Now when it comes to full, you can either stack your feet as such, or the top can come down where the bottom of your foot is actually on the ground. And this gives you kind of a little bit support. Now, yes, your shoulders are going to get it with this one, okay? If you need to, if you want to, you can always come up onto your hand. Make sure it is underneath your shoulder as well. All right, right here, you're gonna come up. This gives you a little bit more depth, but it does place a lot more on your shoulder. And if you're having wrist issues, it's gonna bug you, okay? So pick your poison. We're going to that iso hold, okay, right now. Just the iso hold. And then after this, you got that twist, okay? Then let's twist. Finish it out. Twist. Now, if the twist is bugging you, go to mod. If it is still bugging you, right here. Totally okay to do, all right? Especially if it's bugging your shoulder, feel free to come in and out of it. Totally okay to do, all right? It's bugging my shoulder a little bit, but only because I just did a full upper body in the Momma Fit community. Go ahead and relax, and my shoulders are just like shot. So pushing through it, but man, that was just adding to what they felt. All right, we are going on to a bear. Again, this is gonna be like a little series one. There's really not too much you can advance with a bear. So we're gonna do bear lifts first, then we're just gonna hold the bear. Then we're gonna go from a bear to a plank, okay? Then we're gonna go to a bear, we're gonna do some arm raises, all right? So the base position for a bear, hands are underneath your shoulders, knees are underneath your hips, all right? You're not doing this. We're not sticking our butt out there, okay? Rotate that pelvis. Weight is in your hands, not back here. Your gaze is right in front of your hands. You lift up slightly. This is your bear, all right? Very simple. I should be able to put a dinner plate on your back and it not move. Let's go, lift. Here we go. Up. Slow that descent down. Slow that descent down. Good. If you need to, re-engage your core before you lift up. If you can do this in a brace, do it in a brace. Slow that descent down. So I want you getting to the top. I want you to hold it for about 2 to 3 seconds. About 4 count down. We're gonna go to just the hold. In 2, 1, let's go, right here. Now I really need you to focus on weight in your hands because you're gonna wanna start to do this or you're gonna wanna start to creep your knees up. I need your knees to stay underneath your hips. All right, you are just a couple of inches above the ground. All right, after this, you're gonna walk it out. Woo! Let me move this. You're gonna walk it out to a plank, walk it back into a bear. Are you ready? You got 3, 2, 1, let's go. Walk it out to a bear, a plank, walk it in to a bear, all right? Every time you walk it back in, I need you to bring them underneath of your hips. If you need to modify this, if you're like, whew, that is too much, I can't maintain form. Bear here, I want you to lift, drop it, out, out, come back in. If that's still too much, you're gonna tap it out, in, out, in, lift, down, and repeat. Let's go to those arm raises. Bear position right here. Lift, lift. Now for this one, I want your feet a little bit wider, okay? What I mean by that, right here's normal bear, and then out here's where I want you. It's gonna give you a little bit more stability, all right, when you are lifting those arms. If that is too much for you, I want you to do a lift and either tap or a raise, all right? You're almost there, and relax, awesome job. Next, we're going into leg raises. Leg raises, you're on the ground. We are gonna do this with a big progression, okay? I want you to start right here on your back. You're gonna rotate that pelvis, get it flat against that ground for me. All right, once you are here, engage. Now, you have the option for one of the first two types of modifications that you can do. Either A, you're gonna be here, one, up, and switch, or you're gonna be doing it right here, one at a time, okay? I want you to pick which one works for you. You have 10 seconds, and then we go. All right, keep that low back against that ground. Now, if you need to, 2, 1, pick one of those modifications. Pick one of those modifications. Now, if you need to, you can always put, I prefer you to have your thumbs at the top of your glutes. If you need your whole hand under there, just realize that's gonna pop your back up off the ground, so you really need to be aware of that low back, okay? Now, what I need you to make sure of is that you're only lowering as far as you can before your low back wants to pop up off the ground, okay? When it does that, your low back is now helping you control the move. It's taking over, not your abdominals, all right? All right, so what I want you to do now, we're a little bit past the progression time. So I want you to start thinking, are you gonna go 2, or are you gonna stay here? Or if you are here, are you gonna lift up? Ready? You have 5 seconds. Start thinking about how you wanna progress this for this last minute, okay? Are you gonna go 2, 1, let's go. 2 legs. So if you start to notice where your low back pops off the ground, I want that to be your limit. You go right before that spot. So, for example, if I lower and let's say right here, my back pops off the ground. Well then right here where it doesn't, this is my sweet spot. And I'm gonna work on this and slowly get lower, okay? You have to make sure you control this. Now, if you want, in 3, 2, 1, you can add a weight here, all right? Or hip raise, all right? So lower, you're gonna lower all the way, or where you need to. Bring it up. Once you get up, heels to heaven is what it's called, all right? I don't know why. It's not like they go that far, but that's what the move's called. Or hip raise. And relax. Awesome job. Last and final move. We're gonna burn those shoulders out. All right, it's not really gonna burn them out, but they will get some work in them. You're doing a low forearm plank to a down dog. It's gonna be a low down dog. All right, so come on down. Making sure I don't hit any of my stuff. They're coming down to this low plank position. Elbows are underneath your shoulders. All right, right here, hit this plank. Up for that low down dog. Bring it back into a good plank position. Very similar to a high plank. You still have no butts up. You're rotating to get that pelvis in a nice, good neutral position. Gaze is here, not back here. Your feet will not run away from you. I promise. You have 5. There really is no way. 2, 1, go. To progress this move, so you're just doing it the whole time. Now if you're like, wait, that's too much for me, totally okay, I get it, all right? So you're gonna come up here to a high plank, drop it. You're gonna move it back just a little bit, Come to a down dog. You're gonna break this move down, mod plank, bring it back, up. Here we go. This is your mod. You're gonna hit that mod plank, walk it in, push up. All right, you're just breaking that move down, and over time, just try to see if you can do it without, even if it's in a high plank, okay? Even if you are able to do maybe this mod, take it straight up instead of having to take it into all fours. That's okay too, and then just keep trying to up it if you can, all right? You're doing so good. So good. Like I said, there's really not too much you can do unless you modify in order to progress this move. So focus on hitting that form, keeping that core engaged, especially as you lower. Let your abs help you control that lower. Nice, slow and controlled. Hit that hot, hit that good plank form for me. You're doing awesome. Breathe through it. Breathe through it. Push. Nice and controlled. Nice and controlled. Almost there. Keep pushing for me. Keep pushing. You're doing great. You are doing great. 5. Go until it's time. Don't quit early. Don't quit early. And woo! My shoulders, again, did not like that. Whoa, what's up with my voice? Oh my goodness. What just happened? That's the cold, I think. The cold getting to me. Anyway, awesome job. Come into a child's pose for me right here. What I want you to do in a child's pose, you're trying to walk your fingertips out as far as you can and let your chest relax between your arms, okay? Now, if you can get your knees out, the wider you can get them out and really breathe, you're gonna help your pelvic floor really relax. Okay, you're gonna help it really relax, which is great, especially after a core workout, okay? We'll go ahead, walk it over to one side. Now, whatever arm is in front, I want you to really walk that one out as far as you can. And the more over to the side, the more you're gonna feel this really good stretch. Go ahead on over to the other side for me. Good job. Come on up to all fours. We're gonna do those cat cows that we did in the warm-up. We're gonna do those again, okay? Go at your own pace here. Good job. Go ahead. Come on down and sit down for me right here. One leg out. Take the other leg. You're making like a 4 with your legs here. Pull it back up. Bring it as close to you as you can. All right, nice good stretch down through here too. All right, try and get your chest as close to your shin as you can. But after this week is done, we start bringing it, all right? We really start focusing in on certain aspects. Go ahead and switch of fitness. So like strength training, endurance, power, conditioning. All right, and like I said, week 5 is going to be very similar to this week in the sense that we're gonna take it down a notch. And it's gonna be used as a deload week. Okay, so a deload week is something that you can use. A lot of times people will use it in programs that are sometimes 6 weeks long. Oftentimes they do it with 12-week long programs. And a deload week, go ahead and relax for me. A deload week is basically when you're taking it down a notch, so you're not gonna go as full out in some of your moves. So for example, like a squat, you're probably not gonna lift as much as you normally lift. You're gonna take it back down, really focus on that form, really take your time throughout the workout and the move. It's a little bit more slow paced, and it helps your muscles, okay? It actually does. But it also helps you when we go into that last and final week to really bring it all you got, because that week is the heat week, okay? So we are combining every single thing that we have done up until that point, all the different training styles, into one type of workout, and we are bringing it. And that's when we are really gonna try and hit new PRs with all of our stuff, okay? So just know you have your total reset coming up, then you're done with week 1 and we really start hitting the ground. So all of this slow-mo stuff, I don't know, maybe you don't think it's slow-mo, maybe you like this focusing on the form type of thing. I know for me, I'm the type of person that likes to just like go all, you know, and it takes me, myself, time to really be like, I have to slow down sometimes and really focus on this. So maybe that's just me, but if it's not, I promise it's almost done. And if you've been liking it, good, awesome. I'm so glad. That was the purpose, is to really get your form down during these moves so that when we go into the next weeks, you know that form. You have that base form, you know exactly how it's supposed to work. I will still cue you on it, but at least you know a little bit more of how to go about it. And not only that, but you also know kind of that sweet spot. And so you can keep progressing that sweet spot from here on out. So that is it. Go enjoy your day, your night, whenever you're watching this. Go do that total reset for your next workout. Don't skip it, okay? And I will see you right back here for our next workout together. Have a great day, night, week, weekend, whenever you are watching this, Mama. And I will see you soon.